Hey everyone, it's Carla Bracewalk, and I hopefully you can hear this. I'm doing this on a different laptop today, and so we'll see if this works. So anyway, what is the topic of today? The topic is turn around, don't drown, and this is a message for both people who are on the path of Milton who haven't evacuated, and also to the conspirators that have been coming against me. So, anyway, the person on the screen that on the thumbnail that I had, his name is Judge Ed Emmett, and he, excuse me, the thing about the judges in Harris County, it seems like they're I'm gonna turn this on, do not disturb. It seems like they're not actual judicial judges; they're more like county managers. But he was a county judge, and he had the office when we went through Ike, and Ike was pretty devastating, and that was one of the things he says, like when you uh, he says you run from the water and you hide from the waves. He had all these sayings about natural disasters, and one of the things about Houston is it gets a lot of heavy rains, and a lot of times the streets will flood, and he'll say, "Turn around, don't drown. Don't try to go through it. Like if you see it in your way, get out of the way." And I've been reading a little bit about what's going on with Milton and what they're expecting, and they're expecting it to be catastrophic. So, excuse me. So this is dire warnings to flee as Hurricane Milton begins to lash Florida. This is your last chance. When the woman drives towards Hurricane Milton to save dog, won't leave her behind. Now, I just have to say this. I mean, I love my dog too, but if it's between your life and your dog, you need to get out and leave the dog. I mean, I don't understand. You wouldn't have gone with the dog, taken the dog with you. I mean, I don't understand that. But both of you are going to be dead if you go back into that hurricane area. Another one is this is on people who just weathered a hurricane, and it was everything turned out fine, but they're thinking they're going to stay through this. Every hurricane's different. It's really hard to decide what to do, and I realize that. But when people are saying catastrophic level flooding, you need to get out and get out of that. I mean, this is the thing about if you're in a mandatory evacuation zone, what that means is if you're in trouble, no one's coming to get you until the storm's passed. You were told to evacuate, and they're not going to risk the lives of rescuers until the storm's passed. So that's what mandatory evacuation means. They're not going to come and drag you out, but it does mean that nobody's coming after you. But here's the thing. This is a woman that says she's living in an evacuation zone, and it says it's too late to leave, and she had to work and she had a flat tire. This is what leadership is for. Like if you have people who can't afford to get out, this is what your state and local leadership should be doing. So Ron DeSantis should have a plan for that. I would think at this point, Florida knows what's going on, like how to handle hurricanes. If they don't, see if Judge Ed Emmett will come and help you line things out, because this sounds like we had a mass evacuation during Ike, and it takes a lot of coordination. But you need to have a place for people to go, and this is for even down to local people. Don't just wait for the government to do something. When we went through Ike in Kingwood, it was a local chamber of commerce that had organized people with like chainsaw crews to go out and start as soon as the storm passed. They were out clearing the roads because they knew that the areas where the power trucks could get through, those were the ones that were going to get restored first. If you are in a local neighborhood, you should be going out and making sure that your people are taken care of. Make sure that they know how to, they have the resources to get out. This is a thing for local churches. If especially if your church is empty and you don't have a lot of people, this would be an opportunity to show what churches do. So it's not just the government actually, like, and they should have plans for evacuation and resources, and hopefully they're coordinating it. But this is the thing. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Like, if you have a car that you can put somebody in, give them a ride. If you're somewhere else that you know is safe and you have a couch or a bed or a room, then you should be inviting people to come. That is what happened with Katrina. There were just individuals that took people from Louisiana into their homes. So don't just put it all on the government. I mean, if you have two arms and your legs work, then you should be doing something to prepare and help people. There shouldn't be all these people that have nowhere to go that can't get out. If you see something in front of you and you have the means to help, then you need to do it. This is my opinion. Anyway, so then this is the other one. This I think is so completely disgusting. And this is part of what I've been talking about with, I don't even know like what to describe it as other than like pimping PR, like using tragedy and trying to exploit it. This is like some social media influencer saying that she's not going to leave, and then she's promoting her book. And I mean, that's just disgusting. If you have any influence, you should be influencing people to make good decisions and not making a spectacle of yourself. Where, I mean, I highly doubt that she's actually putting herself in harm's way. I really, really doubt that. I think it's all a story to get views, and that is so completely disgusting. I would not even just why people follow people like that they're just exploiting trauma anyway and manipulate. It's manipulation. So anyway, so anyone in the path of Milton, I hope you're getting out. If you're in the area, I hope you're helping where you can. And it's going to be, it sounds like it's going to be some massive damage. And when we went through Harvey, it was all the communities that were coming together. We had so much help from outside the state. I mean, everybody was sending things in. You can't do it on your own. And I will just say that, you know, when Harvey hit, Hurricane Harvey, and then there was the storm was going through, but for where we were, it was the flooding came later and that was what was bad about it, because people thought they were safe because the storm had passed. But we were like at the end of a convergence of numerous rivers, and it was overflowing, and that's what flooded, and the dam north of us released on us. But anyway, it was the churches that, I mean, they weren't waiting for the government to come in. That's the other thing. What FEMA tells you is that you have to be prepared to go for 3 days before FEMA is going to be there. That's what she tell you. 3 days, like you're camping out. That's what you have to expect. And what I've been reading is that Congress has been withholding money from FEMA. So that is FEMA on a good day. It doesn't sound like FEMA's having a good day right now. So I think it's reasonable to expect, with the intransigence of Congress, that it's probably they're probably going to be able to do less, you know, since they're not releasing funding. Congress isn't releasing funding. So anyway, so that is that. So the other part of this is this is also a word to the people who have been stalking me. So there's been multiple things going on. I've had people that I knew were like stealing my identity. I've had people stealing all my work. I've had people targeting me for political reasons, because I called Ted Cruz a hypocrite in 2017, which is dumb, I know, but what can I say? I can't help the way other people act. But when it comes to the identity theft, I just recently realized kind of put the pieces together. It's basically not that anybody comes and tells me, because of course they've wanted to keep it hidden so the crime isn't exposed. But what I recently discovered was that a so I mentioned in my a live stream I did 2 days ago is I'm adopted, and I recently got a copy of my pre-adoption birth certificate in Oregon, and and I've known that my whole life. It's not like it's a surprise, and that's ever been a big deal to me. But from what I'm piecing together, it seems to me that there was an inheritance that was supposed to come to me. And since I was born in Oregon and grew up in Oregon, but I've been in Texas for the last 24 years, it seems like that inheritance got diverted, that someone impersonated me, and that there's been this mass conspiracy between quite a few people to cover that up, to make it seem like the person that is, it's just such a crazy thing. I don't even know how you would talk to someone and get people involved, but it seems to me that they'll go to certain people that someone could say that they're connected with, and get them to say that I am somebody else, I guess, or somebody else is me. Like saying, "Oh yes, this is that person. This is Carla." This anyway. So that's why I have my maiden name up here too. So just so we're clear about, because there's a lot of Carla Alvarez's, and my maiden name is Salee, which isn't as common, but there's still some Carla Salees out there, and including one that I think was a fictional creation with a Facebook page that was supposedly she was missing. Anyway, the whole thing, I think it was fake. So I went to North Marion High School. The reason I included this, Kelly Stringer, either they've like moved my Facebook account, so I'm like on a fake one. But Kelly is somebody I went to, graduated from North Marion with, and she had what I was looking for. She had a picture of us from May Day our senior year, because I was on the senior court. And she's like, "I love this picture, is my favorite." So I was looking for that picture. So either this is a fake account for her. So Kelly, let me know if you actually see this, because I'm streaming this to my Facebook account, or they deleted her picture because she had tagged me in it. So I graduated from North Marion High School. I went to Portland State University in Oregon. I was on the Portland State dance team. This is a picture from that. Afterwards, I was on I don't even know if I have pictures of this. I was on the it's Oregon Thunderbolts. It was a dance team. It was kind of cheerleaders, whatever, but it was kind of a blend, I guess. But I was on that for, I don't know, 2 years or something. And then I was also on the dance team for the Portland Forest Dragons the first year. I don't have pictures of that, but if anybody does, you can send them to me. But anyway, because apparently I need to establish my identity, that I am who I am. And as I said in my live stream the other day, that pre-adoption birth certificate was stolen out of my out of a binder that I had in, along with the power of attorney that I had given to someone. So, and considering the amount of things that I've seen happen, like it looks like loans have been taken out in my name. I've gotten phone calls about it. It's just been a lot. So anyway, this is what I have on. This is everything that I've done. This is just kind of like from the time that I moved to Texas. I also was Portland. I can't even remember what year this was. I think it was 1996. The Portland has a rose festival, and they have a court. And I think it was 2006. I taught their court, sort of like a little routine that they do for different performances and appearances that they make. But 2000, 2003 to 2005, I was a board member for Mothers Uniting Children, which is a big moms group, and it used to be a big moms group in Kingwood. I was an event organizer, one of the people that started like 2003 to 2009 as an event organizer for Picnic on the Park. I was an one of the people that started the March of Remembrance in Houston. I volunteered for 9 years on the for Girl Scouts. Did like massive number of hundreds and hundreds of Girl Scout cookie booths. I taught in the children's ministry between 2012 and 2020, and I was one of the founding members and of an unexpected journal from 2018 to 2024. So, and then I've been publishing. So this is the thing. I started my site Race to Walk in 2013, but I started doing live Bible studies in 2019. And this is the thing. I realized that it seemed to me like my account was being throttled. I think that's why it is because they don't want people to see me. Like they want me to be hidden. I was just going to I was posting and did a live stream on Monday, and I was talking about the things that were going on. This went to my Facebook page, which has been massively manipulated, or my personal Facebook profile, which has been massively manipulated. And so I don't think that there's a lot of real people right now on the Facebook account that I have. And so anyway, I was sharing when I went to it, I saw that it had been changed to private so that video, so only I could see it. I did not do that. Okay, so there's people with inside access to Meta that changed that, or they're hacking my account. I don't know, but I have two-factor authentication on it. I shared that to my Race to Walk page, and immediately after that, I got a message saying that my account had been suspended. I posted on Twitter this thread about, like what the heck is going on with this. And then when I last looked, the page is back, but it's restricted. So I was going to live stream this to my Facebook page, but I can't because my account is restricted because the criminals that are doing this have basically, I don't know how much freaking money they must be spending to hire people to do this stuff. And that's part of the reason that it just is so infuriating to me to take money that should be mine and use it to try to destroy me. I mean, and then, I know some of the people involved and the things that they spend the money on, it's like, whatever. So, anyway, what I have to say to you is it's dumb. Okay. It is so ridiculously dumb. And all of the people that have done just like the little things like, lying and saying that a picture that somebody shows you that is not me, that it actually is. It may seem like a little thing, but what you have done is you have made yourself part of a conspiracy to murder. That's what you have done, because that is what they have been trying to do. And it's not going to happen because, again, I got a word from God about it, how this is going to turn out. And I'm putting my trust in him. So I know that all of the people that are doing this, they're not going to be successful. And when I say that every single delay has exposed more corruption, that has been continuing. That has been continuing, including the past few days. So to all the conspirators, the core group may not have told you this, but I sent a message to them yesterday, basically saying, I know what this is, and gave a list of things that I wanted, including return my pre-adoption birth certificate. I mean, I can get another one, but I shouldn't have to. And return my power of attorney, the cessation of all attacks and impersonation and using my bank account numbers and all of that. I wanted it to stop. And I gave them a path out. And I said that if they did that, that I wouldn't press charges for the conspiracy to murder. That's what I said. That is grace, okay? Because the level of malice that has been directed towards me in every single area, nobody has any right to expect anything from me. They don't. They'll keep like getting images prompted in my Google Photos, like, oh look, this is me and my kids, me and my family, and like think about us. You didn't think about me and my family. You didn't think about me and my girls. I mean, the time and the experience and the opportunities that were lost because you stole that. Don't try to play sympathy for me. I don't have sympathy, but I'm offering a path out, and this is grace. Okay, I don't need to have any conversations with these people. I already told them what they need to do, and the response was that they doubled down on it. So for all the little side pieces, I know who a lot of you are, and I even have proof of it. I have proof of the logins on all these accounts and these locations. And when people start investigating it, and this is true whether they're not getting the money. Okay, something happens to me, I'm a sole beneficiary, they won't get squat. I've already said and made it public knowledge that I never gave permission for insurance policies to be taken out on me. So anyone comes up with one, it's fraud, and they won't get it. They will get nothing. Absolutely nothing. At this point, the only question is limiting their exposure and how long they're going to be in jail. That's what the question is. And doubling down on it. I said in the text message yesterday that they will leave me no choice but to respond with an equal force and go to authorities and report every single person that I know. And that includes all you side people. Because I know who a lot of you are and I have evidence of it. So they may not have told you that happened, but it did yesterday. I gave an out, they refused it, and doubled down. So my suggestion to you is encourage your friend to quit being dumb and give it up already. That's what I would say. But you're going to need an attorney too. So I hope whatever they paid you to lie was worth it, because it's going to cost you. So my advice to you is the same thing as Ed Emmett will tell the people of Houston when they don't want to evacuate. Drop it and turn around. Don't drown. Don't keep going in a direction where it's going to wipe you out. That's a fact. Because, this is the thing. I am who I am, right? I don't have to fight about that because I just am. And all of these things, the fraud, the identity theft, the hacking, manipulation, the perjury, let alone the conspiracy to murder, those are crimes. Those are crimes. And I just have to stand on that. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that there was an offer and instead they doubled down. So anyway, that's the end. And I hope everybody stays safe. I am walking in the grace and favor of God, and all of you, I'd rethink your steps.